Well. Ladies and gentlemen, the Denver Nuggets, we're at the All-Star break. We are finally at the All-Star break, and the Denver Nuggets are able to put together another great victory. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I was looking forward to this game a few days ago. I was looking forward to this game a few days ago because you know what? Kyrie Irving goes to the Dallas Mavericks. That's big news. That's a big deal. How is that going to affect the rest of the Western Conference? How is that going to affect what the Nuggets are looking like in that matchup? How is that going to affect the Dallas Mavericks with Luka, Reggie, and the rest of the roster? But Jamal Murray misses, Aaron Gordon misses, and Kyrie Irving misses the game. But it doesn't matter because the Denver Nuggets said that we are making a point this season. The Denver Nuggets win 118 to 109. 118 to 109. Y'all. Yeah, man. The Denver Nuggets just look good, man. They're 41 and 18 on the season, y'all. 41 and 18 on the season. This is the best the Denver Nuggets have ever been heading into the All-Star break. The best they've been. And I want to go ahead and show you. The back-to-back MVP of the NBA had another triple-double tonight. Another triple-double. His 21st triple-double tonight. He had 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Denver Nuggets are officially 21 and 0 when Jokic had the triple-double. And here we are. This is what he looks like on the season going into the All-Star break with a 41 and 18 record. He's averaging 24.7 points per game, 11.5 rebounds a game, 10.1 assists per game, 1.3 steals, 0.7 blocks, 63% from the field, 39% from three, 82.2% from the free throw line, with 41 double-doubles and 21 triple-doubles. We're on one right now. The Denver Nuggets are playing. Jokic is playing. Michael Porter Jr. had an excellent game tonight. Michael Porter Jr. had 22 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist on 8 of 16 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 blocks, incredible blocks. He was a plus 12 tonight. No Murray, no Gordon. So what that means is that the rest of the roster is going to have to pick it up, but Jokic and MPJ are going to have to pick it up. They're going to have to pick it up, and they're going to have to get the job done. That's exactly what they did. Now, the funny thing today was that Jokic did not come out in the first quarter like a man that wanted to play basketball. At least he didn't want to score. Jokic is looking like he is ready to get to the All-Star break. He's ready to get a couple of days off until Sunday at the All-Star game. And you know what? I think the team has just played so well. He's carried such a load. I can understand it. I really can. I mean, the facts of the matter is that Jokic has done a magnificent job this whole season. He's played in a majority of the games. The Denver Nuggets are 38 and 13 when Jokic plays this season. That's 51 games. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. I think that's 51 of the 59 games that they played so far this season. And Jokic has been incredible. Like, he really has. He has been consistent. He's shown up. And really, he missed 3 games because of COVID. I mean, he missed a couple legitimate games because of because of a hamstring injury. But Jokic has rested on a couple back-to-backs. They did it advantageously because, again, he played like one of the 4th most games in the NBA since 2018. He had carry crazy last year, the year before that. And Murray has missed like the last 5 games. But you know one of the most incredible things? I think that Jamal Murray, I think he's missed the last 5 games, I want to say. I think Jamal Murray has missed the last 5 games. So he played in the Hawks game. So actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jamal Murray misses 6 straight game, and the Denver Nuggets went 4-2 over that stretch. 4-2. Now, to be fair, Jokic did not play in that Timberwolves game on that back-to-back, and that was on the first night of the back-to-back after the Hawks game when Murray had 41 points. Jokic, Gordon, KCP, and Murray didn't play in that game, so just throw that game away. But Jokic, over the course of this game, they went 4-1 when Jokic came back in the lineup. They went 4-1 in their last 5. And now they don't play another basketball game until the 23rd of February. And they play against Cleveland, the Grizzlies, and the Clippers. So they got 3 straight, very good playoff-level games coming up. 3 straight. The Denver Nuggets have earned it. They're 41-18 going into the All-Star break. That is incredible. I think that beats all expectations. You know, we talked about the idea in the preseason, them getting to 40-20. And the idea was always on the table, but it was going to take a lot. It's going to take health, consistency, teamwork, and connectivity, and players stepping up in a lot of clutch games. And they've taken care of business across the board. And they've beaten teams they should beat. They've beaten teams that are on their level. And they're beating teams that are the other contenders. They've beaten the Celtics. They've beaten Memphis. They've beaten the Warriors. They've beaten the Suns. You know, I know Devin Booker got hurt 4 minutes into that last Christmas game. They've beaten the Mavericks now. They beat the Clippers, up 43 at a point in that game. I mean, if you look at they beat the Kings. They lost to the Kings once. They also beat the Kings. They beat the Kings on the night of a back-to-back. The first night, lost on the second night. I mean, you look up and down, the Nuggets have really been very good. Now, they didn't get a chance to play against the Bucks because that was on the second night of a back-to-back. They lost to the 76ers. They were up by 15, and then they collapsed down the stretch. And then again, they lost by 26, I think, at Boston, and then they beat Boston by, I think, 11 in Denver. So they've had some really good opportunities, and they've shown up in a lot of these games. So it's really encouraging to see this. And I think this just goes back to, you know, Jokic has done an incredible job this season. And I put out a tweet, I think yesterday, actually. And I was basically kind of highlighting, like, the Nuggets just aren't getting the respect of a team that's the first seed in the Western Conference that has a 5-game lead over the conference. And the reason I say that is that the Denver Nuggets, I mean, they have been putting hands on everybody. They've been consistent. They've been beating everybody. They've been showing up. They've done anything and everything that you could ask them to do. But the issue is that for some reason, so many people are still so reticent about the Denver Nuggets. And there's something about their team, and there's something about the players. There's something about the roster. Folks just don't believe in the team, perhaps like they should. At least how you think the NBA at large and the NBA community should believe in a team with this level of talent on it. But they don't. This was the tweet I put out. All it says is that Nikola Jokic this season is averaging 25, 11, and 10 on 70% true shooting. This is as of yesterday. He had a 37-13 record this season while playing with no All-Star because Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon didn't get selected. No all-NBA level player, apparently. KCP, MPJ, nobody made the three-point contest, even though they're the best three-point shooting team in the league. No Six-Man of the Year candidate, even though Bruce Brown's been incredible. Now, Coach Malone, I think he's going to end up being top 2 or top 3 in the Coach of the Year candidacy. But, you know, on the last odds I looked at, like maybe a couple of weeks ago, he wasn't top 5. But, you know, you can wash that one out if you want. But Calvin Booth, I think he should be up for Executive of the Year, and I'm not hearing any buzz for that. So I'm trying to understand that if Jokic, he's playing this well. I get that. But you don't play this well and then you don't get to this point and be 41-18 if it's just you and a bunch of scrubs on the roster. So either you're telling me Jokic is somehow maybe one of the 10 best players of all time and having, again, one of those all-time level seasons, or the team around him is very good. And I think Michael Porter Jr. disrespected. Like, people treat Michael Porter like he's just some dude. Like, I had a whole conversation not too long ago where I was listening to some people basically try to tell me that they would rather have Kyle Kuzma over Michael Porter Jr. People think Jamal Murray is completely outclassed by players like Devin Booker and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Aaron Gordon, Jaren Jackson is just outright better than him. So I'm trying to understand that, like, if in KCP, somebody told me today that he's not that good of a defender. Like, I'm trying to understand how in the world are the Nuggets able to position themselves to be 41-18, but they don't have dudes on their roster, like all-star level players, like nobody in that conversation, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. And so when I watch this team play night in and night out, they are performing well, they're performing at a high level, they're playing connected, and they're committed. They're committed to doing what they're supposed to do in order to be in the position that they're in. So again, it's frustrating. It's been frustrating all year, kind of hearing the narrative around the team and what people think about it and all that stuff. But it's just been incredible, man. And like I said, Michael Porter Jr. 22, 5 and 1, 50% from the field, 50% from three, 2 blocks, plus 12 tonight. He was great. He was great. Like, he had a really, 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 really good game today. And Michael Porter Jr. has played really well as of late. He's put together a lot of really solid games. And I know that, Porter's defense is still consistently getting better. He's still getting lost at times. I get that. But by and large, he's been really good. This season, Porter's averaging 17 points a game, 5.4 rebounds, 1 assist on 61% true shooting. And these are all off. These numbers are down across the board from that 2020-2021 season, where you basically averaged 19, 7, and 1.5 on 64% true shooting. But the last 5 games, he's averaging 19, 5, and he's shooting 45% from the field, 40% from three, and 89% from the line. On the season, he's averaging these numbers on 41% from three, 48% from the field, and 79% from the line. Only one double-double on the season. Now, a lot of this comes down to he's still proving himself, and he's going to have to continue to prove himself and show that his development is for real in the playoffs. And I think that's when the narrative changes. But Porter great tonight. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, another freaking great game. 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's great. 32 minutes, 14, 5, and 5. 3 of 6 from the field, or 4 of 7 from the field. 3 of 6 from three. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 1 block, 3 steals. Another horde of steals tonight. And he was a +8. Jokic was a +9. Porter was a +12. And KCP was a +8. KCP is again like a godsend. He has been a godsend for this team. He is such a good role player. He's a championship level 2 guard. 11, 3, and 2 on the season for KCP on 61% true shooting. And on the season, he's averaging this on 47% from the field, 45% from three, and 84% from the line. And he's been a very good on-ball defender. He's been excellent on ball. So for KCP to be able to do what he's done has been incredible. Bruce Brown started tonight in place of Jamal Murray. 29 minutes, 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists on 5 of 10 shooting, 0 of 3 from 3, but 2 steals. 2 steals and was a +13 tonight. Bruce Brown, been an incredible player. Is he a 6th man of the year candidate, or maybe played too many games because of Jamal Murray and all that stuff? But he was great tonight. Blacko Chanchar, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in 25 minutes. 5 of 11 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a +7. That starting unit looks very good. They look really good. Christian Brown, again, heavy minutes, 27 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Another playmaking game from Christian. 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a +4 tonight. He was paired next to 2 players in particular that really made it all worth it. 6, 3, and 4 for Christian. Jeff Green, best game of the year, maybe. Best game of the year. 26 minutes tonight, 24 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 11 of 16 from the field. 11 of 16. 2 of 5 from 3. 1 block, 1 steal, 2. Great game from Jeff Green. Dunking, slashing, cutting, hit mid-range shots today. He played decent defense as well. Really, 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 really good game from Jeff Green. Ish Smith tonight, another good playmaking game. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. 4 of 7 from the field. He was a -4. Lost some of those, the second stint to the bench unit. The first stint, they did really well. The first stint, the bench unit was excellent. But Thomas Bryant, 14 points tonight. 14 points tonight. You can trust him for 14 to 16 minutes a game. So important behind Jokic. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 of 5 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, but 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And he was an even tonight. And that was a down. I mean, Thomas has it in him to give you like an 18-7 performance in the playoffs, and a couple of them. Thomas is a good player. And to be able to have him backing up Nikola Jokic, he battles on the board, battles on the offensive rebound, and he will go up strong. He will dunk it. He is a midi. He can shoot the three. That's an excellent backup center. I don't know. Again, we're going to have to see the sample size grow. This is only his third game with the team, second game at real minutes. But Thomas Bryant was really good tonight. So here's the thing I would say. Michael Malone came out and said that the bench unit is going to look something like Reggie Jackson, who's officially on the team, by the way. He didn't play today, but he's officially on the team. Reggie Jackson is going to be Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Vlatko Čančar, and Thomas Bryant. So defensively slanted with 2 good offensive options. I'm really excited to see what that looks like the next 20 games or so. I'm really excited. There's going to be a lot of potential there with that unit. And having Jeff, having Ish, and then having, again, Peyton Watson, Jack White, and DeAndre Jordan, having all these players available, I think that's going to be really good. I do. I think that's going to be really good. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets shot 57% from the field on 48 of 84. 35% from 3, down from their season average on 11 of 31. The Mavericks shot 46% from the field on 39 of 84 and 36% from 3 on 14 of 39. The free throw disparity, 11 of 15 on 73% for the Nuggets, and then 85% on 17 of 20 for the Mavericks. 13 turnovers for the Nuggets to 12 for the Mavericks. 34 assists for the Nuggets to 25 for the Mavericks. 43 rebounds and 6 offensive rebounds for the Nuggets to 31 rebounds and 6 offensive rebounds for the Mavericks. 5 blocks and 7 steals for the Nuggets as opposed to 3 blocks and 8 steals for the Mavericks. 14 personal fouls to 13 personal fouls and 2 techs for the Nuggets and 1 for the Mavericks. By the way, Luka Doncic tonight, 35 minutes. He had 37 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists on 12 of 22 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 10 of 12 from the free throw line. With 4 steals, he was a minus 12. Reggie Bullock, minus 14. Josh Green, minus 20. Frank Ntilikina, he was a minus 6 tonight. And Dwight Powell was a minus 9. So, again, Luka's show, it was a heliocentric show. He didn't, it was just him. It was just Luka today. That's really what it was. All Luka today. But, yeah, man. Oh, by the way, according to Statsman, with Nikola Jokic getting a triple-double tonight, the Nuggets have won now 25 straight games when he has one, which is the most in NBA history. 25 for Nikola Jokic. The record was 24 for Draymond Green. The record was 24 for Magic Johnson, 87. 23 for Draymond from 15 to 19. And then Wilt from 67 to 68. Westbrook from 15 to 16. And Jokic with 18 from 18 to 19. That's incredible. Jokic being on this list twice. So 25 straight wins when Jokic had a triple-double, man. It's just one of those seasons. This is one of those seasons. Michael Malone says that I wish Aaron Gordon was going to Salt Lake City. I wish Jamal Murray was going to Salt Lake City. I wish KCP was going to Salt Lake City. And Michael Malone says, I wish I wasn't going to Salt Lake City. So I know this is a little hard, man. It's a little hard for the coaches and the players that do want rest. But, obviously there's an honor. But, these players are they're people, man. The coaches are people. The staff is people, the medical staff. The people who do facilities, the people who make up the arenas, the concession stand, they work extremely hard. So we really want to give a shout out to them. But it's going to be a good all-star experience. I really hope it will be. We got a message from Keenan Ivory Waynes. Your faith in this team the last 3 years is admirable. Mile high salute. You called it 55-plus wins. They're going to destroy all these old heads. Yeah, man, we said before the season that I think 55-plus wins is on the table. It might end up being more. We'll see. Right now they're pacing out pretty well. Let me see this: 41-18. So 41 divided by 59. 41 divided by 59 is a 69% win percentage. So then you multiply that times 82. They're on pace for 57 games. They're on pace for 57 games. So we are beating that over. They're on pace for 57 games. And by the way, let's just do Jokic for fun, 38 and 13. That's 51 games. So 38 divided by 51, that's a 74.5% win percentage times 82. They are on pace to win 61 games when Jokic is in the lineup this season. 61 games. That is incredulous. That's incredible. It just goes to show Joker's value so far this season. So, again, just a really good game. We're going to have a lot of content coming out, y'all. So I know, like, I don't want y'all to be worried about, like, what you're going to be missing out on. And, the Nuggets aren't going to play until the 23rd. So we're going to have basically roughly 8 or 7 days off, so a full week off to be able to rest their bodies and get ready for the last stretch of the season through the playoff, which is an absolute grind. But the good news is that because of the amount of rest they're going to be able to get, Murray, Gordon, Jeff Green in his hand, Jokic even resting his legs, they're going to be able to make sure that a lot of the players that are either banged up or just fatigued, that they're going to get some very, very much needed rest to close out the rest of the season. So this is all good news. And this is I'm actually really encouraged by this for the entire team. We're going to have good content coming out because I'm going to see if I can get some interviews scheduled for y'all. I'm going to have episodes coming out. They're going to get some content that's talking about the season, talking about the first half, talking about where they are. We can talk about matchups that are coming down the road, talk about expectations, even getting ready for the playoff. We haven't talked a lot about the playoff because I really have wanted us to be able to enjoy the regular season. Because when you have a team that has been as injured, had as many ups and downs as they've had in the last 2 years, you just want to see this team be healthy and enjoy the process. So I always tell people, enjoy the process of what you're watching. But we're going to talk about the playoff because there's a lot of stuff to get to. So 41 and 18, the Denver Nuggets win again. Nikola Jokic is 20. Swipa gang. See y'all soon. We out.